Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Wednesday. It is the 28th day of June. Holy cow, we're almost done with the month. International Body Piercing Day. How many piercings do you have?
Well, I had, 5 in my ears, but I have not worn earrings for
I had
years.
one for like 45 minutes, and I got home. My dad said, "You taking that out or am I taking that out?" I was like, "I'll go ahead and take that out." International Caps Lock Day. I have several friends on social media that I think their caps lock is stuck on. They're like yelling all the time. National Logistics Day. National Alaska Day. By the way, Alaska is not an island. Heidi discovered recently.
I know this.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. And National Parchment Day, National Insurance Awareness Day, and National Paul Bunyan Day. Also excited for a hashtag comedy call. I have Ali Siddiq, very funny guy. He's got a new comedy special out. It's called The Domino Effect Part 2. Going to chat about that coming up.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. How much money would you need to have to be considered rich by yourself? So you can consider yourself rich.
To consider yourself rich?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently
2 million?
being a millionaire is not enough. Charles Schwab's 2023 Modern Wealth Survey talked to 1,000 Americans between 21 and 75, asked how much, talking about saving, spending, all that stuff. But they were saying, how much would you need to consider yourself rich? They said 2.2 million is kind of the average.
Yeah, I said 2
what that-
million is
so-
what I was thinking.
I think we're rich now because we have each other. And isn't that all we really need? That's all we have, so hopefully that's all we need. Interestingly, many people, particularly those of younger generation, said that money doesn't always equal wealth. Experience, relationships, career, all these things are currency to them as well. Nearly half of those polled said they already feel wealthy despite having a net worth of around $5. Just kidding. 560,000 was the average net worth, and they're like, but I
Holy
feel
cow.
wealthy. So
Yeah.
surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that any amount of alcohol, any amount, could increase the risk of developing any of more than 60 diseases? That's a bit scary.
Yeah.
I thought they keep talking about,
they
this
say
is
a
good
glass of
for you.
wine.
That's good for you. Well, according to new research published in the Journal of Nature Medicine, Oxford University researchers studied the effect of alcohol on men over a period of 10 years. They found even occasional drinkers are at higher risk for certain conditions, including over 30 different illnesses not previously linked to alcohol.
Okay.
So
like?
It doesn't have any of those in the picture.
Wow.
None of those are in the story, Heidi. You're going to have to just drink for 10 years and find out, okay? They're not doing the
Apparently that
study
was one of
for
them.
you. All right, I don't. They probably should have put that in the report, but I don't see it here. We don't know everything, and now we don't even know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. 9 years after it was first announced, 9 years, The Flash has finally dashed into theaters, speeding towards #1 debut. The DC film didn't exactly hit the lightning pace of its superhero. They had a $24.5 million opening day. This is a little over a week ago now. So they're saying that it's didn't hit the numbers they were hoping for, but it still did really well. Really well.
Okay.
Linda Hamilton is joining the cast of Stranger Things Season 5. I was actually surprised. I didn't realize there was going to be a Season 5, but apparently there is. Another icon cast for the Netflix huge final season. Details on Terminator actress role have not yet been revealed, but she's going to join Paul Reiser and Sean Astin and many others for this season 5. Season 4, by the way,
Pretty good
was
cast.
released in 2 parts. And Wednesday is adding a new Addams Family member for season 2, but we don't know who it is yet. They might know, but at the time this story was written, they haven't really announced who it was. So
That's a show I have not seen
I've
yet,
not seen
but
it
I
either.
would.
Our daughter
I've
loves
heard,
it.
Yeah.
All right, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now, your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. More and more teens say they're frustrated with the number of adults on Facebook.
Okay.
They just think we're too uncool, Heidi.
I thought all the teens left Facebook.
Well, that's why they were leaving Facebook, because, us adults are too uncool. So they said, no, I don't want to be on the same platform as my mom and dad.
Okay, so then what do they care if they've already left?
Well, I'm just saying, when they're asked, why are you leaving Facebook? They're saying that's why. Oh, by the way, you know who I'm friends with on Facebook? My mom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I
I'm
don't
friends
mind
with
at
my
all.
mom on Facebook.
Yeah, your mom's not even on Facebook.
Well, I made her an account. She
Yeah,
just doesn't go there.
Do you operate her Facebook account?
No, I haven't been there
You
for...
are friends with your dad on Facebook, but I don't think he knows how to use Facebook. Every once in a while, I'll get something like, I don't know if he's been hacked or if it's just, it's probably just Charlie. And for decades, people worldwide have been saying that they believe morality is declining.
I agree.
Morality. I agree, but new research says that is not the case. 2 psychologists examining surveys conducted in 60 different countries. They started this when my mother was born in 1949, all the way up to 2019. About moral values. They found that 84% of participants felt that, quote, morality has declined. 84%. But then, in their own 2020 survey, people said they thought people were, quote, less kind, less honest, less nice, and less good now compared to earlier times.
Agreed.
Doesn't that mean the same thing?
It does.
The researchers concluded that, here's their big reason for saying they disagree. If people all over claim morality has been declining steadily and precipitously, they put some big words in here, Heidi, for decades, the people's report of current morality should also have declined over the years.
It sounds like it did.
But they say they didn't, and the researchers say this means that the perception of a moral decline is a cognitive illusion, or it's very difficult to find any evidence that it has happened. End
Yeah,
quote.
it's so difficult. All you gotta
Really?
do is turn on a TV.
Look out a window.
Watch a music video.
Yeah, turn on some music, watch a movie, watch a TV show, and then get back to me. Scoop of the day comes your way. Do I sound old now? I kind of feel old. Scoop of the day comes your way.
We should complain about it on Facebook.
I'm going to go to Facebook and say something. Scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Ali Siddiq is our guest today, stand-up comic, public speaker, writer, and he was formerly incarcerated. And Ali, I love the fact that you bring that into your comedy and you actually talk about your past. A lot of people are afraid to do that.
I've been doing stand-up for about 25 years. I started in 1997 when I got out of being incarcerated for 6 years. And then I did this phenomenal show called This Is Not Happening. And I did one prison story after 17 years of doing stand-up and already being on TV. And then, boom, it happened. People start looking at me. So there we go.
It's amazing how an overnight success sometimes takes a couple years, doesn't it?
Yeah, 17 years of already being on TV and already having these accolades. And people see one story that they feel like they can gravitate to, and boom, all of a sudden you are a name. And you're like, yes,
I love that. And the
Like,
thing that's
no problem.
the thing that's really cool is there are some people who never talk about their past unless it's perfect. You're saying, "Hey, my past is not perfect, but it's behind me and I've moved on."
Oh, you must be talking about everybody's mom. Because if the past is not perfect, my mom don't want to discuss nothing. That never happened. Like, you're just a kid. Like, so, yeah, I'm one of them guys, no matter if it went my way, I'm not the hero in most of my stories. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win, sometimes it's a draw. It's a draw in life, you know.
You've got a brand new comedy special out right now, The Domino Effect Part 2, but this is not the first. How many comedy specials have you filmed now?
Oh, so we have Bigger Than These Bars. We have the half hour on Comedy Central. We have the Epic special. Then we have Domino Effect 1, and then we have Domino Effect 2. So that's like 5 or 6. Something like it up in there.
I love that. And one of my favorites on here is the Comedy Central special. It's a 1-hour special that was actually performed live in front of inmates in a Texas jail. Has that ever been done before in comedy?
Not by a comedian. You know, not to be a guy who was incarcerated and then go back to the system that he was incarcerated in to do a stand-up. I don't think that's been done. Along with Domino Effect, with 2, I don't think a true sequel has ever been done either. So, you know, I'm groundbreaking. Groundbreaking.
I absolutely love that. Now, in addition to being a stand-up comic, you're also a public speaker, you're a writer, you're an actor, you do all kinds of different things. Is there one of the things on this amazing list of talents you have that you would say is your favorite thing to do?
Yes, supporting the elderly. You know, I'm big on this program, spending time with the elderly, because, you know, I want to be one day. So I want to, you know, kind of make it, I want to make it comfortable for when I get there. You know, so that's the biggest thing right now. You know, my charity work and, you know, working with kids and trying to use my platform and what I've been through to help people cope with whatever they're going through, and to try to use some of the money that I make to be influential in trying to be a philanthropist for, you know, the food bank and helping out the elderly people, Meals on Wheels, you know, these type of things that mean a lot to me as well.
I love
Not
that.
just stand up.
And I love the fact that you're using your platform that you've worked really hard to get to do something good for other people, not just something good for you. I love that.
Oh, you know, there's no good for me if there's no good for the people. The number one commodity of a country is its citizens. So I'm one of the citizens. The citizens come to see me perform. The citizens pay for the tickets. You know, the audience and the people are like a huge thing to me. You know, so you got to take care of the people if you want to be taken care of.
And you're taking care of the people with this new YouTube special as well. You could put this out anywhere, but you put it on YouTube where I can go and watch it for free. I love that as well. That's really cool.
Yeah, trying to give something back to the community. Everything is not about a currency, because some of these things can't be paid in measure of money. It can only be paid in measure of what people, you know, the admiration of humans. So to put a special on YouTube, two specials on YouTube is, you know, a phenomenal give back for me, and hoping that people just constantly get my message out there, get my life out there, you know, get, you know, what I'm trying to portray as a human being out there, as never quit, you know, and just keep going. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for taking the time to chat today, and thanks for doing all that you're doing, Ali.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Again, the new special is out right now. I've got a link to it. You can see it for free on YouTube. It's called The Domino Effect Part 2. I've got a link to that in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Give yourself a little credit.
It's more important than ever to have a better credit card. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
No matter how cold it gets, gasoline will not freeze.
Okay.
I thought maybe that it would at a certain point, but no matter how cold? Huh.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your nose gets warm when you tell a lie. Oh. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Beeping alarm clocks have been known to cause heart attacks. So somebody
I
laying there
could get
sleeping
that. If
and
you're
it
sound
beeps.
asleep and
Yeah.
all of a sudden this thing goes off and scares you.
That's not good. One other fun fact for you, Heidi.
that, John?
Some fish cough. I wonder what causes that. Dry mouth? Probably not. They're fish. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Dogs can be allergic to humans. So,
Really?
Yeah. We talked about cats being allergic to humans, but dogs can too. So there you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com. Quote for you. No, not a quote for you. Question for you, Heidi.
Okay.
A survey asked what superpowers people wish they could have. Number 2 was the ability to fly. What was number 1? What superpower?
Invisibility.
Yes, it was invisible. Did you look at my notes?
No.
You've gotten so many of these right lately.
I would like to be invisible.
Would you really?
I would.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to. That would
would.
be bad. What if you have like a heart attack or something? You're invisible. Nobody can see you. Or what if you choke on something? I mean, there's a lot of reasons you wouldn't want that. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If that's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current one. Whether you're a fan of iPhones or Samsung, they both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A company in Brazil is selling what they call the world's first unchewable flip-flops.
Oh, for dogs.
Yeah.
I was like,
Brisa.
why would you want to chew on a flip-flop?
Well, there's a
Okay,
reason.
I get it. All right.
Brisa, which marketed the product in collaboration with Pedigree, say the flip-flops are unchewable because they are made with the most bitter substance known to man. They say when you buy a pair, they might just save your dog's life. Dogs love to chew footwear, but the company says that puts them at risk of a very serious gastrointestinal problem. So this unchewable flip-flop is made with something called dentamonium benzenate. Nailed it! Known as the most powerful bittering agent in the world. A single drop is enough to make an Olympic-sized pool of water taste noticeably bitter. That's with one drop. Yet it is safe for consumption. It's widely used in the pet industry to discourage animals from biting and licking things that they shouldn't. Okay. Now they've made flip-flops with some of that in the mix.
Okay.
So that's kind of interesting. It's also a little bit weird. It's weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Rachel D'Alto, chief dating expert at Match.com, says, when it comes to dating, you might want to ditch the idea that opposites attract. She says, in fact, people build their relationships on things they have in common. And there's 3 values that particularly determine whether or not your relationship will go long term.
All right.
Here's those 3. Number 1, finances.
Yeah.
They agree on how they want to spend their money. And, you know, that is important. Did we ever even have that discussion? Did we talk about it?
Did.
I don't think so either. We should probably have that discussion. Number 2, we've been married 23 years.
I think it's probably going to be
We
okay.
should probably chat about it. Number 2, family. If there's a shared vision for how they see their future family and how they plan to care for them. And 3, lifestyle. They enjoy putting time into the same activities like traveling or exercising or avoiding those things. I have those 3 things. That is the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Why did the chicken cross the road? To save money on insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. Do you have the best plan for you? Find out at InsuranceChicken.com. Let's face it, we don't even want insurance. We need it. But you don't need to overpay. Head over to InsuranceChicken.com to see your rates from several different companies. All available in one place at InsuranceChicken.com. The other guys have a gecko, a duck, and an emu. Why not a chicken? InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Rich Hall. I always enjoyed him.
I loved him. You remember him on
Sniglets?
Not Necessarily
Yeah,
the News?
Sniglets.
Yeah.
Rich Hall said, when you go to work, if your name is on the building, you're rich. If your name is on your desk, you're middle class. And if your name is on your shirt, you're poor.
Aw, not necessarily. I know a lot of people with their names on their shirts.
Yeah, they're doing okay.
That have invested wisely.
They're doing very well. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Again, just shows that some people are good people. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Headline, incredible turn of events as community rallies to save a little girl's birthday. Texas community came together when a girl whose birthday party seemed destined for despair, it says, my little girl has been counting the days until her birthday. She's been so excited to celebrate with her classmates and friends. Despite her excitement, the guests she had invited failed to arrive. In a last desperate act, the mother posted on Facebook, hey, would you be, and this is a page for new families in the area, would you guys be interested in coming over and turning my daughter's day around? If anybody has young kids, we're looking, and maybe if you're looking for something to do right now, nobody showed up at my daughter's party.
Who does this to a kid? This happens
And
all
it said,
the time.
it is her first and likely last party. We'd love to have you celebrate with us.
Jeez.
She said, I didn't want to have to tell my little girl nobody was coming to her party. Quickly, I thought to reach out to Facebook friends and put out a so-called bat signal to other families. The response, by the way, life-changing. Families dropped what they were doing, grabbed presents and balloons, and flocked to the restaurant where this little girl's table was all set up and ready for a party.
Oh.
Within minutes, families were showing up ready to share the day with Willa. Lex, that's the mom, said, we went from not a single person at her party to not a single table open in the whole place.
Oh.
She posted video on Instagram that showed Hat Creek Burger Company swarming with children donning paper hats. As parents watched on, Willa also posed for photos in front of a table full of presents.
So why was she saying first and possibly last?
Because she had never had a birthday party before, and now she's going, okay, she had one and nobody showed up. So
who does that to a little kid?
She just said, I want to say thank you to all the people who came by and not only showed up for my little girl, but you showed up for me as well. You picked me up and encouraged me to go forward when I felt like I failed as a mom. Thank you.
Aww.
And I just want to say it is wonderful to be there for people. And I remember, and I'm not going to say who it was, but somebody who had a party, they invited people and nobody showed up. No, one person showed up. So there was one person that showed up. And it was devastating to see that happen. It is so sad. So don't do that. If you know somebody's having a party, and if you say you're going to be there.
Absolutely.
And if you can't be there, let them know you can't be there so they don't plan
right.
to have people there and then go, oh, well, all these RSVPs and none of them showed up. That's not good. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to The John and Heidi Show.